set in the morning, we follow the script, the procedure, and then imitate in my class. But I think during the 2008 and 2009 the year, I think I just have the model, but not the principle, the theory behind. I don't know. And in the year 2008, I had a chance to enter the KBTN network and become an ST teacher, a secondary teacher in the network. And during that moment, I see a lot of good practice from other schools, other subjects, and also learn a lot of principle from Carol. And at this moment, I try to use the principle to embed into my curriculum. And then I think, for example, I make my students' idea visually in the classroom by poster or by so-called KB wall. And then we ask the student to use the so-called community collectively knowledge, the concept, to build up a pool of information. And then they try to develop some useful information from the pool, and then they construct their own knowledge in the school. So in the 2009 and 2010, Mr. Warner has given me a favor to analyze my teaching. And this year we just foster the quality of the database from increased number of notes writing by my student, increase the length of the paragraphs they write. And then after this year and 2001 and 2011 this year, Carol urged me to exaggerate on the quality of the notes. So I try to reconstruct my curriculum and to try to improve the quality of the notes in my note. But this time I'm totally modify my design from this. In this design, I'm just using teach the students to use KB to discussion and then construct their theory and make an art piece. But I think it's not work. Just we can increase the number of notes, but we cannot increase the understanding what is meant by arts and visual arts and so on. So this year I we design the curriculum. We make the artwork piece, art piece first. So the student is engaged in the making process, and then they learn something they don't know. They learn something how to use visual element to represent some idea behind. So and then after they make the artwork, I try to use the KB principle to help them to deconstruct the visual element. And then in the forum, I urge them to reconstruct the visual element into another new form. So they reconstruct, and then new knowledge is appear in the forum. And then this is the work I do this year.
I'm wondering, should you be talking with the students group? So maybe you get away.
I'm also a Chinese language teacher, so I'm not used to speaking English. Forgive me for any grammatical mistakes. I start doing knowledge building, I don't know when I was a university student. I research, I did some part-time job inside, so I get a bit of knowledge building and knowledge forum. So actually I joined the projects, and all these teachers that they have just stand up are my mentees. Okay, sorry, no. Are my mentors. Okay, so I learned a lot from them, and they showed me a lot of examples. And when I first start using KF, I just follow the steps, no principles no principle inside. So, but now I've tried my best to learn a bit of the examples, and from the design I know more about what the principles are. So I try to use it in my curriculum, and when I was teaching Chinese and when I'm teaching now. So this is my progress. And one more thing is that I try to also share the ideas of KB with my colleagues this year and past year maybe. So they are also learning KB and start to embed KB in their curriculum. So this is maybe you can talk to me later. So I'm not so embarrassed.
Hello everyone, I'm Ivan, a high school chemistry teacher, and I have been adopting the knowledge building and knowledge forum for more than 8 years. And the curriculum reform has called for the scientific inquiry in the science education. Science learning is more than the memorization of scientific facts or information, but rather a understanding and applying the scientific principles or theories to solve the authentic problems. And I find that the knowledge building and the knowledge forum are designed to support the process of the collaborative inquiry learning. However, a common barrier to many teachers in Hong Kong employing the knowledge building approach is the concern that the inquiry-based learning is detrimental to the exam results. They may worry about the use of the inquiry-based learning to affect the exam performance. And I attempt to restructure the curriculum, focusing on the core ideas for sustained problem-centered inquiry, and also integrating the authentic assessments such as reflective summaries, portfolios, and also the student directed tasks to scaffold the student learnings. And the knowledge building principles are employed as a curriculum design to scaffold and also assess the students' individual and collective knowledge. And in the past few years, in the first few years, the students were engaged in many knowledge building activities to find the inquiry-based solution to the authentic problems. But I think in more recent years, I focus more into the deeper inquiry on the conceptual change and also the epistemic belief in science. And a more principle-based approach is adopted in my teachings. The core ideas or the ideas of the knowledge building principles are embedded in the curriculum planning and the lesson preparations. And also these ideas are made more explicit to the students when they engage in the knowledge building inquiry in the knowledge forum. And for example, the principles on the real ideas of any problems. I asked my students to design and construct a workable chemical cells using the household materials. So this is about aligned with the principle of the real ideas and authentic problems. And so far, the results indicated that the knowledge building students could perform or demonstrate better conceptual understanding in chemistry in the school examinations. And the positive outcomes of the students reinforce me my belief and also practice. So I continue to adopt the knowledge building in my classroom teaching. That's what I would like to share with you today.